As of course, it has been amazing crossing it, or it looked like we were not going to get here. But by the grace of God, we are here for another one. And I am sure you are so ready for it as we are, and as everybody here in this particular auditorium is. This is Miss Western 2022 Impact Beyond Boundaries. And who do we have? We have your main host, that is Michael Ofebwine. Also, you can call me Mike on the mic. And I have my beautiful diva, a mentor who is now my co-host in the person of
Shola. So you can simply call me Shola. Good evening to you once again, as my Mike said. Today, you just need to relax because our queens have something special going out for you. It's a reality show. Of course, I love reality shows. The more reason why I love Miss Western 2020, because it grooms young ladies or young women to become good people in society. So on that note, of course, we cannot do this program or cannot start without our able judges.
Starting from the judges, I think I have two men sandwiching a beautiful woman. So I would go straight to the woman, catching on with a normal phrase as we say, ladies first. Ladies and gentlemen, speak about Holy Child and you know she's the holiness you would have to find in that particular school. English top notch. She will speak right and give you the verb as you want to understand it. She speaks as if she's a linguist to the Queen of England. Who do I bring to you? The ever goddess, who is the Dean of Students for the Holy Child School or College of Education, Mrs. Kafui Danko Diaba. A round of applause for her, please.
Amazing. Let me go straight to my handsome dude. Yes, I call him handsome because he, of course, nobody has to tell you that he's handsome. He's always here with us. He's been with us from the onset. And today he's wearing a cap. I don't know, he loves wearing caps because anytime I see him, he's wearing cap. I don't know what is under the cap. One day I will force him to just move that cap for me. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jumek.
And who do I get to? The man I always speak is inspiration for his baritone, his spectacles, speaking speculations. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring you the man who is always the best connection in the entertainment space, especially on radio. The entertainment host for Connect FM, Ato Kwame Dijem.
So now we've acknowledged our judges. Our audience too, we acknowledge you for always making time to come out here to support your own. If I talk about support, you need to make sure that you support them well, because today someone is also going home and you need to start voting now. Unless you don't want that your special person to be crowned Miss Western 2022. But if you want that, then you need to start voting now.
As you start voting now, just know that you can do that with the short code star 800. I think from now I don't have to say short code. I just have to say code because it's not that short. So star 800 star 567 star with your favorite contestant's number, and then you add hash to it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me go straight to the bench as I hear their expectation for the night. Starting with Chief Judge Jumek.
Okay, good evening to you all. For me, I think tonight is all about information. So we are expecting that more research, deep research is done, and then they have enough information to give us. Also, without neglecting the fact that they need to present those information in a very much like creative way that can be appealing to us. So that's what I'm expecting.
Thank you very much. We'll go to Ato for his word.
All right, Mike, good evening. It was good to be here one more time. And tonight, again, of course, we also want to understand how much our ladies understand our culture and then how they can educate us on that. Beyond that, last week was spectacular. And so I'm hoping that today we are going to hinge on what happened last week and get an even better performance today.
Right, we'll move to Mrs. Kafui.
Good evening, everybody. I don't have too great expectations for the contestant than the fact that this is based on our African culture, and you know our tradition is rich and great. So being an African and part of this culture, we expect that they will be able to give us much. Though we are not expecting so great from them, this is something they know, and we all know, and we expect that they will be able to express better here than any other aspect. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, just like Madame Danku made it known to you, today it is about our cultural beliefs, and the focus is on superstition, myth, taboos, and storytelling. As we get ourselves inclined with Miss Weston, there is also another surprise that I will speak to you about as we move on, and it's just about our motto, which is Miss Impact, and it's going to be something bigger and mega so far as Miss Weston is concerned. You've seen it all, but then there is more and more we can show you so far as X1 Entertainment is concerned, so be prepared for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are beginning the show right from now. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, one moment energy. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, and if you're ready, let me send you straight to the land of Takwa Low Cost or Takwa Kangakrum. Takwa Kangakrum. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you star 800 star 567 star 16 hash. Her designer for the day is Valence Pin Stitch, located at Bokro. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring our first performer for the night in the person of Laureen. A round of applause for Laureen, please.
We as Ghanaians believe in superstition, myth, and storytelling. Watch me this Sunday as I show and educate you on Ghanaian beliefs. Don't forget to be voting for Laureen to the short code star 800 star 567 star 16 hash. Thank you.
Did you know that taboo is a social or religious custom prohibiting or restricting a particular practice associated with a particular person, place, or a thing? Localizing taboo to my community, Takwa, linking it to the Galamsey sector, the region's first gold mining companies were formed shortly after the British established the Gold Coast colony in 1874, and following two successive gold rushes, the extraction of gold was widespread in Obuasi, Takwa, and Pristia, until the alien compliance was ordered under Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. The British left, and the people of Takwa started with the local mining, that's the Galamsey. But one thing they realized was during the third Friday of every month, when they visit the pit for mining, they either see strange creatures or have strange experiences. Some even drown underground. Sometimes underground collapses, and this leads to loss of many lives and severe injuries. Until the people of Takwa visited their chief priest. And did you know the reason for these strange experiences?
I bet you every day about come about you on see a coin and walk on name you. I'm name I'm in the Moses alone, put the Moses alone. Hey, I go. Hey!
Hey, Muyedi. Baby, paint now, oh no. Our father, a dinner bron, some cocoa, bay, dwarf, pemda. Who? No one else who won't wait and take Yava. Me put the back of the wire, so be. Put the back of the wire, so be. Put the wire, so be. The mayor all could be trade. Warrior Adibu Munanimwa Nanano Mempe. The third Friday of every month is the day set for the gods and goddess of the land to also work or rest. So working during that period will be a taboo, to be a disturbance to the gods. So if it's in there, said the medani dra, more beyond kwame nanimu. Messi, more beyond kwame nanu. A pedestrian kwana.
Maybe you look at me. I'm so tired, baby.
Say that you Minrua. We want TikTok, maybe you Buga. Buga. Hey! Let me give you a scenario. If you can come away better mukwe, and Kofubi here as was call Amonanimu. Ah, the third Friday. Ah, a dim down on Sidan Kawaye Juma. No one in the autumn one. One in the autumn one. Amonanu Bui and over hundreds of lives were lost. Say, oh, yeah, Nankawaya was not only can you bro, I will pay the one you want who within a day. Academa send me back to one. A trader say you were or stay a suit, or sit down my nanny, or and crack crow. Madonna say,
All right. Amazing. Amazing. Lauren. Hey. A big round of applause for Lauren. Let me go straight to my first lady, Kafui. How did you see Lori's performance?
Hello, Lauren.
Yes,
Well done.
thank you.
Her performance was great. The costume is well selected to match what she's presenting. I think it's a plus.
All right, it's a plus. Jumik.
I also admire the choice of costume and the stagecraft. Just that now you need to check very well. The way you entered, you came, the first step you had on the stage, there were a lot of tension on you. So you need to check. I don't know whatever was happening, but it's important you start strong, okay? And then you end strong. These two, it's very important. Also check, that at some point I felt it was too draggy. Okay, and I realized that yes, maybe you are trying to find a way to engage the people, but don't let that make you lose focus on time. So just utilize every second that you have on the stage without any space in between. All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. If you want Lauren to be Miss Western 2022, kindly vote for her. Star 800, star 567, star 16 hash. Let me remind you that we started with 18 beautiful ladies. We have 16 now. Today, somebody is also going home. So don't forget to vote for your favorite person. Next on the bell, this person is coming from Asoko. Do we have Asoko people here? Amazing. Thank you very much. So she's coming from Asoko. Her designer is Bushira. She goes by the name Jessie. So with a big round of applause, let's welcome Jessie.
And I work on the second, and I put the second, and then can Marco, and now I treat the second. Spice Studio, Real Massive Studios, Atokui Salman, Ghana man, and everybody watching. This week is all about superstitious beliefs, myth, and the others. Watch me live on 1HD TV as I talk on net. Don't forget to dial *800 *567 *10# to vote for Jessie on all networks. Your girl can't do it without you. Thank you.
Canterton and afasha bi wo ho wo fa ni chuba na dam afashe na wazin dapen ebien wo mawro bosom bronyi baka de month of August dam afashe na wazi huro bon nkete wo krom dam afashe so wala ba she asa nana ma wazikan bode wurde daze rubokum na ohyamra de wonko efum na se iko efum so wode ebefie anopa nondu wonye dede na afeso mbesiafo na mboframa wonsi de wokona wokofuro bi dam afashe dam gwanin so na wo fro no wo apontiapo. You all might be thinking, is this what she's supposed to do? But wait, did you notice that there was superstition, taboo, and moral lesson in it? I bet you did not know. I hope you remember I made mention of no farming. And even if there is supposed to go to farm, you have to return at 10 a.m. There was a superstition that if you go to farm, the gods will strike you to death. No one wouldn't want to die. Our forefathers were so wise to the extent that there is a saying that what scares black man are issues relating to gods and black magic. That is why our forefathers used this superstition to scare us. It is a taboo to make noise within this period because it is believed that the gods do not like noise and that they won't even come home for a visit as the festival is going on. Why wouldn't we want the gods to come and visit us? We all want our gods and our ancestors to come and visit us. That is why we don't need to break this taboo. Women and children were prohibited from going to hoot at this bad conduct at the Apontiapo, and there is a belief that they won't live to see the end of the year when they fall. Ebenazinti in mbesiafo na mboframa onsi de wokodam apontuapo na kokohuro dem boni bi ana wonso wonye nyimpa na Inyo we nyimpa, but inye ina yim de mbesiafo yago. Ena yenenyo so enyezi nwonzeme bi ho. Onam dem gidigida wazu hwo ninti se ebi na se besie bi kɔ no so okono so okobofo ma. Anya ne we tietietie no do. Anaso de we prepra. Inti ena hen nananom na wona adwo no na nu atsew no. Waka de onside mbesiafo ena mboframa wokobi. Dam afahye na wozi ehine na wozi sew. Mosre mlebesew ehine wo ha. Na enjum a modere besew. Iye kobi na ebo wa ye wo no hwa. Woni ma de kunta America dam na. Osan na kobi na ebo ko kazi bono ka kofa ni nechi. Nti enyan abosomfo no wa ye de na wo ma no hwa ye we. Iti mu babo hura ti won na won boam na ye nwura okay. Papa chawa me yanko bia amfa bia ngbani nsem. Kobinego ayo no hwa. Kobinego ayo no hwa. Kobinego ayo no hwa. Mowe kobinego ayo no hwa. Hey, kobinego ayo no hwa. Eyi ne fra na yezu friend. Osan dem bonna okakazi ni nti. Dam na ezian. This festival is finally climaxed with the Asafo dance. But wait! Did you notice the moral lesson in this festival? I already said that this festival is used to foot at bad conduct in the society. Yes, that is the moral lesson. Because it drives away little crimes in the society.
Thank you very much. Amazing as they come. Who do we have doing it all as we want? Jesse Asoko in the building. Let me walk with my voice to the bench as I get to Ato to hear his word.
All right, Jesse, I think that I liked your introduction. The way you started with Fanti and then switched to English. I like that transition. It was beautiful. And then the way you also, again, were able to interact with your audience and get them to join the performance, I think it was beautiful. It got me smiling. I liked that part of it. Except that I was at a loss at your costume, considering that at the latter part of your performance, you're doing the Asafo dance. I'm not sure the Asafo dancers wear what you were wearing, unless you have an explanation to that. But I was a little confused with that one. But again, I like the fact that you emphasize the moral of your story. The fact that, some of these things were done to make sure that wrongdoing is relegated to the background in our communities. Kudos, well done.
Kudos, well done. Thank you very much, Jesse. You can actually exit for me. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, if you want to vote for Jesse, you can do that with a code *800 *567 *10#. We move on to the next. Right from Asoko, I put you through second D. *800 *567 *7#. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the star performer for last week. Her designer is Made Asao, located at Education Fashion opposite Techno Car Care, Takrade. I bring you the Pearl of a Prize. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome on stage Pearl. A round of applause for her, please.
Hello, lovely people of Western Region, lovely people of Tekembi, dear friends of Takrady Technical University, Western Realist, Yewazui, Western Region, Yewazui. So this Sunday is all about stories, myth, and superstitious belief. Kindly stay glued to your TV, that is 1HC TV, as I give you the best performance this Sunday. Don't forget to vote for a girl. Pearl to the short code *800 *567 *7# to all Netflix. Thank you. Medahonasi.
Pete say you are the dende say you are. Oh my friend say you are the dende say you are. Osimembe ya den say you are the dende say you are. Osibezi say you are the dende say you are. Say you are the dende say you are the dende say you are the dende say you are. Good evening to you all. I am here tonight to tell you about the story why dogs have black nose. Ma da sia buta snawe gwanimu chiwan home net says amazing brewing kozi wajizo there was a king called Menachmodi the first. Brahma Hina Ozikan. He was a great king. He and his people had lots of enemies coming after him. There was one amazing thing about him. His love for animals. He never migrated without the animals. All the way from Achim Trestle, he went with the cats, the dog, the fowl. Name them. Mame, Michelle, Bobby Mame. The dog played a vital role. He sniffed around and barked. When Anachmodi heard this, he knew that his enemies were coming. So he moved his people to a safe place. This went on and on and on until one day they finally got to a safe haven here in the Western region. And when they got there, they exhaled. Ya Bramo, answer ya man. Mama ya friend ho Breman. I'm sure you didn't know how the name Breman came about. Now you know. With this, they said, "Nafe ya do hansu die, ena mama yenke yen friend ho asanka Breman." When they settled out of gratitude, the king Nanachimodu promised to feed and protect the animals from their enemies as well. Now, while soon himself was a force to dear, Omunya Sakani Abenkwaya, yea, So before they go to the farm, they prepared rice and palm nut soup so that when they come back, they will have something to feed on. But one day, one fateful farming day, the dog was complaining of stomach pains. What was wrong with the dog? The people were asking. But it was very unusual, so they made him stay back. When they came back from the farm, the Bremen people started to eat their food. The animals were asking, you don't know what hang? You don't know what hang? And Abakuka said, not knowing, the dog was spreading rumors that he saw one of the Bremen people take the food and add it to theirs. The animals were very furious. Out of fury, they marched on to the king. The king was sad. In as much as I love the animals and my people, I know they will never do this to them. So the king was angry. He set the fire of truth. One is to jump over the fire, and if you are guilty, you would fall inside. So decided to take turns singing and dancing. Please clap as I sing. Kamanya tutumanya, kamanya makwema, kamanya tutumanya, kamanya obiabeka, kamanya tutumanya, kamanya megba, kamanya tutumanya, kamanya ojashimya way. Then they jumped over the fire. But when he got to the dog's turn, he started. Hey, how is this possible? The king wanted to prove the innocence of his people. So he said, so they gave the medicine to the dog. After drinking, he was about to jump. Just as he went back, he was about to jump. The people thought he had already jumped over the fire. He landed inside the fire. Sometime. So in me, it was the dog that took the food. This is a lesson that we are supposed to be truthful to ourselves. There is a saying that the gun is a powerful tool. But when you say the truth, it saves you from calamities as well. Master Memikeyo, Soya Dewo. Sonia Dewo, Medusia, Madame Shola.
Well, come closer to me. Oh, a big round of applause for Pearl. Pearl, come closer to me. Oh, a big round of applause for Pearl. Pearl, come closer to me. 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 judge, because I'm not a judge, let me go straight to Kafi. How did you see Pearl's performance?
Well, Pearl, not bad. You selected the best costume, though it could have been better than that, but it's in line. You started well, you came in with a folklore, that's a song. And then you presented a story. You were able to communicate with the audience. You brought in musical interlude, which makes it very active and interesting. I was only thinking that to make it more real, you could give it an African setting where normally the storyteller sits in a kind of position before telling the story. You know, our folks don't really give their folk tales standing, so that would have made it better. I think in all, it was good.
All right, in all, it was good. Give her a big round of applause one more time. So if you want Pearl to be next Miss Western 2022, kindly vote for her. And her number is 7. So you dial star 800, star 567, star 7 hash. Moving on, I'm taking you straight to Esikafam Bantam number 3. Amazing. Who do we have there? Her designer is Asas Drobe. And welcome with a big round of applause, Anas.
Hello, Western region. Hello, Eskafam Bantam. This week is all about traditional beliefs, and I'm going to educate you on the advantages and disadvantages of some traditional beliefs in Ghana. Stay tuned on 1HD TV. And this week is eviction. Don't forget to vote Anas to the short code star 800, star 567, star 17 hash on all networks. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in the person of Anastasia Sechuanati, and tonight I'm here to educate you all on the topic, taboo. Taboos are rules that forbid individuals in a given community from performing specific acts, such as eating some kinds of foods, walking to or visiting some sites that are regarded sacred, and eating our natural resources in an unsustainable way. After Onyankopon created the world, our ancestors sat at the table of the gods and realized that Onipa, when given freedom, will live his life anyhow, which will in turn cause them a great loss. So they decided to bring about some rules backed with cruel punishments. So they brought about taboos. There are 3 taboos are divided into 3 as religious taboos, cultural taboos, and taboos related to food. There are a lot of examples of taboo, but one whose significance lives today is going fishing on sacred days. The days may differ from community to community. For example, in Cape Coast, it's a taboo to go fishing on Tuesdays because it is believed that the gods of the seas take rest on Tuesdays. So anyone who dared go fishing on Tuesdays made great tragedies known to themselves. Another taboo in the traditional religion is the breaking of the pot by a woman. It is believed that the pot symbolizes the womb of a woman. So when broken, the womb of that woman has been broken. Sacrifices are then made to appease the gods, to cleanse the womb of the woman, to allow her to give birth in the near future. Another taboo is for an individual to have sex with his or her own relative. Can you imagine? Eja awoba na wara ezoba edada. Me na no meja nom. The man di onye musa. Such acts is regarded as the worst of sins in most traditional and religious communities in Ghana. As a result, the individuals engaged are banished or killed to conciliate the gods and ancestors of the land. Despite the fact that taboos put fears, panic into individuals, backed up by the cruel punishments, I strongly believe that taboo lives good in us. It imparted lots of great things in us. For example, we've left taboos aside, living like the white man, which is letting us lose our identities as Ghanaians. Tetuno bonizi oyazin papa. Eba junwu mpono na wa atambu oda wada dada. Sisi ade. Yazi Kristo sumna nsensem bi yazi kata bonodo. No ama abone yafo we nya kwani ya inyeme pi a onse non fata. I strongly believe that the good in taboo can be fused into our laws as a nation to help maintain the peace, stability, and the order that we already have. Taboos have gone a long way. Trust me, without taboos, some of us, our parents, might have been killed. So how then can we come into existence? Taboos plays a lot of good roles in us. Sometimes, some people think that, oh, now due to modernization, I can kill. Adie me kokota, minya lawyer nya odimwa, obetimi edima sama mami. But no, this is the same thing that was used in the Bible by God. Because then, when you sin, you die. As human beings, we are using it anyhow. We are taking advantage of it. So if there are taboos and they are well placed in our laws, I believe that yes, taboo will leave its meaning, which will make Ghana great and strong. Sunday painful work on our same day. Sanko for away, won't you? Thank you.
Sanko for away, won't you? Thank you. And that was Anas on this one. I go straight to Jumik and hear his word.
Yeah, hello, Anas. Thank you for the presentation. It's important that you pay attention. I think when you're presenting, it shouldn't be, what I was saying was that it's, the focus is on the fact that you want to be able to present what you have to present. We just see you, it's more like it's just about you. But you need to look at how you can draw individuals' attention to what you're doing. Into there, we pay attention to me. And I feel it's because then what attention now there are our hairs and our plan and making sure that you are in line. And then when that happens, you lose focus of the people right in front of you who are listening to you. You are the reason why we are here. So you need to pay attention to how you get us in. Okay? Also, you made mention of a broken pot, which means that, implies that that's the womb of a woman being broken. I was hoping that you give us the significance of that taboo you mentioned, but you just said it and you left it hanging. Because we want to know, okay, then is it a good taboo, or I mean, why that, so that what will happen? So please just also be mindful of that. And remember, when you have to make mention of a religious body, that is a very sensitive thing to talk about. A lot of wars in like happening in our world right now mostly is centered on religion, spirituality, politics, you know, all of that. So when you are mentioning a specific name, you better have an accurate way of approaching. If you think you do not have it, just leave it, because you still will have your point anyway. Okay? I love your costume. Just that feel your costume as you choose. Just make sure that, again, what Madam said, it's a storytelling. Even though you're giving us taboo, it's a storytelling. So sometimes have a creative way that you can be on the stage for us to watch you. Please, do you understand? But thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. If you want to vote for Anas, representing the people of Esikafo, Amantem number 3, star 800, star 567, star 17 hash. Kindly know that also, ladies and gentlemen, we have the CEO of Integrity Logistics and the local partner to Apeiv Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, we move straight to Honi Valley, and her designer is Asas Drope, located at Bokro. Her code is star 800, star 567, star 1 hash. Ladies and gentlemen, a Christian with a Muslim name, I bring you Hajia. A round of applause for her.
We all have different view on what makes superstition and storytelling is. This Sunday, watch me live on 1HBC as I showcase you on these beliefs and practices. Kindly vote Hajia to the short code star 800 star 567 star 1 hash.
Bro, and the abago bragro, bragro, and the abago bragro, bragro, and the abago bragro, yo, bragro, and the abago bragro, yo, bragro, and the abago bragro, yo, bragro. And I never go bragro, yo, bragro, and I never go bragro, yo. Sincerely, I'm a raw hanging day. Say about go bragra, and for being da, yet never go more. The South of being that there, on your own ye. This is the allow the way drodo, and to bear with the face. Timusoma, not the day, mamma, don't penny bassa. South of being that I go back a door. And sir, back a walk cry. Ah, when you are so. I want to say now, when you are so. And I walk out. After being that, after being that, being forward that. Remember the show, I back a guedo, you. Hey, I thought that baby. Hey,
Sleeping with boys. Oh, Anna.
Egu me my sati.
Anna, egu yen any master papa. Anna, into all this while you've been lying to me. Oh, I am disappointed. I am very, very disappointed in you. Don't you know this was a land? You can't sit on this chair whilst you are not a virgin. Ah, Nas. I am really disappointed in you. Anna has really disgraced our family. She has really disgraced our family because in Wasaline, we don't accept this. We don't do this in Wasaland. Can you imagine? You have been lying to me all this while. This is a great taboo. And this taboo was brought up by Wasa people. Oh, Anna, in the day, we master papa. Shamawala Yaho. So she's going to be banished from this community. She's not the only one, but the whole family. Look at what she has done. This our modern Ghana. Now we don't do this. So that she's going to accept. But before then, her mother will punish her mercilessly because she didn't listen to her advice. Went in her photo. And then if I what didn't do me 5 cities, what other Marco and send. Hey, Anna, it disappointing, Papa. Now meaning the day. But then I and you share it. So we are going to accept her because say ya pamni free crom hadi an abrabo wa apem all kwan fan onya baby around ko into the media we are going to accept her in this community. Anna, will you do that again? Will you do that again? But now I have passed through it. So I'm going to accept in this community. Now, I don't know why you're ready to do about we are not going to only pay my bride price, but you are going to take my whole body to your mother's house. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ato, Hajia
Yes.
is ready for you.
Hajia, I think that for me, the highlight of your performance was the opening act, where you have the elderly woman, do the bragro thing. I think it was beautiful. My only difficulty is that next time she shouldn't, her back should not face us. Okay, as much as possible, should have stood behind you guys and then faced us so we see everything that is happening there. But beyond that, I find it difficult to appreciate the message we're trying to send across. I feel that after the opening act, you were too repetitive. Your point had been made, but you kept repeating yourself. It became a little too difficult to understand what you're trying to communicate. Now, away from that, and this one is general, not just to you, to a few that have come before you. I feel that even though we are talking about taboos and how our culture has been back in the day, it is also important to emphasize, the changing times and educate ourselves properly. So for instance, your specific example, your sister has slept with someone and so she should die. You understand? Yes, ordinarily she shouldn't have done that, but she's done it. And so what should happen to her? She should get banished. I'm just saying that we should take the pain to educate our people to understand that times have changed and that even culture is dynamic, and that we assimilate other cultures into ours, and ours also become better. And I'm just going to quickly make a comment about Anas, who came before you. She took the stance of a lecture of a sort, educating. And so I feel that sometimes, yes, taboos, they help our society grow. But it is also important that we emphasize the negatives that they bring to our society so that we have a balanced conversation. But well done. Better luck next time.
Better luck next time. If you want Hajia to be next Miss Western 2022, kindly vote for her right now. *800, *567, *1#. Let me take you straight to New Takrady. Do we have New Takrady people here? You are here. Thank you very much. Okay, so from New Takrady, her designer is Emilia Scotor. And the name is Ekua Yankee. With a big round of applause, let's welcome Ekua Yankee.
This week is all about our beliefs in storytelling, myth, and superstition. Watch me live on 1AG TV as I educate you more about these traditional beliefs. To keep in the competition, kindly dial the short code *800, *567, *3# to all networks. Thank you.
Why don't we go and release tension? Let's go and swim.
Hey, Abina, have you forgotten it is a taboo to swim in the river or go near to it when the boats are having a sacrificial meeting? Please, you must not go there unless they are done.
Hey, inside the military to see a crab or something for that. I'm a young question.
Hey, Abina.
I can hear a scream voice from
I'm
there.
scared.
Let's see someone is there. Let's go and check. Hey, what are you doing here? Don't you know that it's a taboo that you guys will swim by this time?
Please.
Let's take them away.
Please.
Yeah, boy, dada, yeah,
let's go. Hey. Let's go.
Hey,
get away. Leave there.
I'm going on you.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, Benjamin, what is happening
let's
here?
Go.
Hey, what did I hear? They're working a taboo. They need to face the wrath of the gods. They need to be punished. Taboos are meant to direct us in our communities. Abina Fosu have committed a calamity. They've committed a taboo. It is believed in that land that when someone goes to the river before the festival begins, the gods during that time are having a sacrificial meeting. So they don't expect anyone to go to that riverside. Because it is believed that the gods are having a sacrificial meeting. They are purifying the land for a great sacrifice, for a great harvest. The land becomes clean of calamities. Our rivers fill up with big fishes for a great sacrifice. I believe you don't want to make this great harvest. And so when a stubborn soul, such as Abina and Fosua, disregard the rules of the land, they are made to face the consequences. Either they pay a fine of money or they buy 5 aged white goats. You go to fufu, Abina and Fosua committed a calamity. They need to be punished because of indiscipline and dishonor. They will be punished severely. Our elders didn't create taboos just to put fears in us, but to mold our lives and activities in our society. Most societies in our African communities have taboos that direct our good behaviors. Taboos are meant to put us on our toes. Therefore, it is very good not to disobey the rules of the land. It is very good not to commit abnormal acts. It is very good not to disregard the rules of the land. We must all be disciplined to create good and a good environment and a peaceful environment for us all. Thank you.
Oh, a big round of applause for her. If I come closer. My judges, I can see them smiling, all beaming with smiles. Let me go to you, Jimmick.
All right, okay. I think at the end of my talk, I'll probably say why we were smiling. Okay. So, yeah, I think you came in, the performance that you came in with, okay? It was a good thing you did. It was good enough to engage us. I like even the soundtrack behind it, the sound bite, and the people that came on the stage with, like it came in like that. And when I saw you coming in as a drunkard, I'm like, okay, I didn't expect you to pick such a character, which is good. And there's creativity there. It means that you have set the pace for yourself to come and excel, explore, explode, and all of that. But I don't know what happened. As soon as you opened your mouth, everything changed. And it was so obvious you were struggling. It was so obvious you were even afraid. I know you ended, you said thank you, but trust me, the thank you came, it's like you've given up. I'm sure that there were other things you had planned to say, but you had to just stop. And I don't know, I think, hello? I think there's something that I've been seeing over the weeks. I feel you are so focused on being able to please someone, or probably us. It is not, you see, you are not here to please us. You are here to be truthful and very good at your presentation. It means research is done and now you have it. I'm sure you've been going through coaches on how to do the presentation in a way that wouldn't feel like you are just chewing and pouring. But when that is done, it is how effective you do that that is going to please us. So your job is not to please us. It's going to come if you do your job well, which is to be very diligent in your delivery. Ignore the responses that come here. It's not that is not what is going to determine whether you're doing well or not. At the end of the day, we are here to tell you what worked, what didn't, but it is not to say you're bad. So don't be afraid. Just go. Sometimes I feel you even have to let go certain choice of words. It wasn't necessary. Because then you are so much in making sure you remember the word as you read. No. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Ekwayanki. Just pardon her small, I think, because she was drunk. That was just by the way. Moving on, we just go for a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
It's X1. The search is over for the elegant, unique, and most beautiful pair within the region. The winner goes home with a brand new Ford Focus 2014 model. Get glued to the consecutive editions of the live shows of Miss Worsting 2022. Who got your attention and who is your favorite delegate? Watch Miss Worsting this and every Sunday inside Takrady Mall and live on 1HD television, and also our other powerful social media platforms at exactly 7 p.m. This program is powered by X1 Entertainment and brought to you by 1HD television. Also supported by
Zach Lighton, The Pencil Monster, Takrady Mall,
and sponsored by
Primark, Asada Foundation, Falcon X Studios, Sadak Car Rentals.
The competition is on. Let's see who rides the luxurious ride and takes home the enviable crown. To sponsor this program, contact 0554-706083. It's Miss Worsting 2022. Impact beyond boundaries. It's X1 Entertainment.
It's Body Beats, the drum king.
African woman, black and made of gold, but she a woman. Shine bright like a diamond, beautiful woman. You shine like a morning sun, African woman. Obiani when you knew what you are black and beautiful. Natural girl, you are black and beautiful. Powerful girl, I am black and beautiful. Natural girl, you are black and beautiful. Magical girl.
Yeah, yeah. Sally. I smile like a shining gold. I'm innocent and free. I'm flying from coast to coast. I'm a queen, I believe. I'm a black girl. Natural beautiful like a black rainbow. I am black and beautiful. I've been born here by the sun. I am black and beautiful. I'm blessed, I deserve it.
You are black and beautiful. Natural girl. You are black and beautiful. Powerful girl. I am black and beautiful. Natural girl.
But let me make you aware that right from New Takrady, we are moving into the land of Kojokrom, and we bring you star 800 star 567 star 8 hash. Ladies and gentlemen, her designer is Stylist Stefan, located at Chapel Hill. With a round of applause, let's welcome on stage Akosia. Akosia.
Ghanaian community is known for its superstitious belief, myth, and storytelling. Join me as I educate you more. Don't forget to vote Akosia to the short code star 800 star 567 star 8 hash to all network. Thank you.
Grandma Milipra.
Yes, it's every one on the. And the preface can you my boss for Abafa. Yeah, no what ya.
Grandma. Na grandma sem na looking.
Yeah. What's the name?
Oh, grandma. Say, it be an suma say. Mama Milipra, we good be an anke way to be jamono. What to form Mama Pratt watching? Tell us one praying, Billy. A chimpo as no. And some man from the motor of him for Oliver. You ended that on the way school in Yankupon, or Bemmy. Yes, Cabessa and Kinska, I say.
What are you, Waka, Dam, and my yeah,
Grandma Jameli.
Me, Jamma, me, Jamma, me, Apple.
And then come young fool fee. What's meaningful for She, some listen. Oh, son of me, no one
pam, Sissy. Aqua,
the mammy don't watch you now.
Aqua,
Grandma,
Nalia Dane,
Grandma Miss Fufu. Grandma Miss Fufu.
I want to
ah, Grandma. The grandma's really superstitious believe it. Oh,
now when you just say to Frana Jar. Oh, mamma, I'm for one John Ma. Grandma, I didn't me that the man for bomb to Masma Kwame don't want what Aqua Bamba Mia. Grandma, I man for bomb drum, Jamal and Potawai. Ah,
Grandma, since I did superstitious, so Sabbath, and it takes him and the Mala. What do you Miss Wadi, Mulusi Flis, Mukomian for us while strong. What was meaningful for you? Melusia as the way of wonderful. And good was in the moment, so what really my blush in them in the day. A beer would really, what, sir? If you miss Pam, I blush in them. No, I pay. What was me and Sue, woman and Sue would do my blush in them. Eh, wonderful local. I'll not return Coco Hospital.
I come at it.
No, my reading, or Chimpodi. Sister, so Beckaby, but
I used to say, yeah.
Ah, we are saying thank you, Jesus.
Sisiono, Lord. Apa,
Gamma,
Apa,
hey,
I had
Gamma Muluguel,
yeah, and one night on you.
Ah, Gamma,
yeah, and one night on you. Napadamuwa, Gamma, Porto. Send him there, a guana for night on you, oh, mamma, you. I will Porto, I'll Porto Jamma, Porto Jamma.
Yeah, let them doing now what Uncle Sanko. You're going to feel. Oh,
yeah, and that was from our Gamma John. What I shall one say, no, Ghana. Yeah,
Gamma John Cassamcho. Yeah, a Mulugana Moloton, one in Chile Bowo. Not be way. Now, when you ma, and then I said, Mamma, what before Sinante. Oh, yeah, I'll watch on I am your mamma cry. John Mamma Cassamin show. Say, I didn't mean one in Chile Bowo. Say, if you're Mulugoli, Semina Funo, a barefoot. A barefoot, Yamia, what was for fun chemicals. If you I pray, and if you commend my and you are. If you commend my Mabai Mowumpo. If you commend my mayor. Anything I was mammy, yeah, chimpo. What I just did is called superstition. Superstition is a belief or practice resulting from ignorance, fear of the unknown, and trust in chance and magic. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. A big round of applause for her once again. Let me go to Kafui.
Hello, Akosia. Good evening. You started well. You were creative in bringing in your grandma to help tell us a tale of superstition. But I feel her involvement was so much that she didn't give you the chance to tell we, the audience, what actually is superstition and walk us into the aspects that were clearly indicating that this is superstition. Though from the performance, it's clear that your grandmother believes in superstition. but we, the audience, need really to know what you mean by superstition and why you don't go with her, you don't side with her. So I think that's the aspect that seems to be missing in the whole presentation. In the absence of that, I think the performance and the craft and everything was okay. And I also feel her acting was it's sort of dominating yours. Her role was coming in so much than you should do, because you are the star here, you are the one we are watching. Okay, so I think next time you could pick a role that will make you talk more than the person who is acting for you.
Thank you very much, Kafi. I think, Jumek, you want to add something?
Yeah, so again, you picking this role to be against or to explain scientifically what all this superstition, which I think I saw also, there's also taboo also in it. It is very important that, and especially the only thing you said after this is just to tell us that, okay, this is superstition. So it means that everything you did was all on the act and the performance itself. So then there was a maximum need that you were able to tell us, okay, and especially the character that you pick. You see, we are not saying that superstition or taboos in the olden days, which some, in fact, most of them even still exist, they are wrong. They had a specific reason why we had all these. So now we are not saying we are throwing or we are saying it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. So you pick a character that is not saying that, but it's rather emphasizing, throwing much light on why it is. So there's an education. It is not to debunk, because when it becomes this way, and especially when you're not able to also explain in details why you're saying what you are saying, then there's an issue. So other than that, I think, you know, somehow I wish that you had switched the role, because I was enjoying her instead of I have to enjoy you, because you are the reason why we are here. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, so if you want the crown to be taken to Kojo Krom, her name is Akosia. Just dial *800 *567 *8#. But with a big round of applause, let's welcome McCarthy.
It's yet another exciting week. People of the Shamar district, Lighthouse family, Faith Builders Chapel, and to everyone who has supported me through this competition, a big thank you. Let's take a trip to my community as I talk to you about our myth, stories, and superstitious belief. To keep me going in this competition, dial *800 *567 *9# to all networks. Thank you.
Hey, small as a pea head, bigger as a dining plate, multicolored or bizarre shape, spiders are extraordinary, supreme hunters, and the earth's numerous predictors. I have been surviving around 400 million years ago. That is why you have been hearing stories about me from yesteryears. Mizinani kwekwa Nancy. Anansa asaman pamaho. Saying shona baba what's the kwekwa Nancy. Edibana basa what's the kwekwa Nancy. Ma de senina ni de me yen somebody na wanahin. Oh. Mepewo anansa sam sisa na dido anansa sam soa. Anansa sam siso. Anansa sam siso. One night, as I was relaxing in the greatest forest of Asante Kingdom, Two men, namely Nana Krago and Nana Amayao, were also checking on their trap when they saw how I, the intelligent, brilliant master craftsman, was weaving my web with a thin, unbroken thread, which is unbelievable to human eye. They shouted in amazement. Oh, I was even panicked. They took a sample of my web, and as they returned home, they intimidated my weaving with a black and thread rope. According to how I feel about the day. Oh, I won't bomb it in cry. One you my yo, or Sunday, Mr. Fata, and all the joy that comes with it as they are weaving and singing. Crow, 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 he, koi, koi, ko, he, abba, ko, he, koi, koi, ko, he. Mother's in an day. So one woman tell or one day ma. What's my mother you for information? So one now. Number 10 touch one now. What's mom on bad luck? Umpo, to stroke your rubber one. No one care. What's our Nancy? March one. Papa Judge. Well, I should be a police now. And now, so Obino to ma. Only to the teaching now. Why do we dwell so much on someone's negativity when there are a lot to attest about that person's positivity? Do not forget that Tim Berners-Lee borrowed my wisdom to develop the World Wide Web, which we are all benefiting today. You know something? My stories are not told just for fun, but they are told to instill wisdom and good moral values in people of all ages. People of Ghana, Shamafo, Obiara Tantnaha, Mwanajo, Oyewana Dade, Augustina, Amma Makati. I must do that one bomb to the demi abade, Amma Makati, but don't ask Manato.
And clearly done, Amma McCarthy. Wow. Right, let me move to Ato and hear Ato's word.
Anansi McCarthy. Yeah, I think that Anansi should be paying you a lot tonight because you've made a very, you've defended Anansi very well tonight. I think we should clap for her one more time.
All right, thank you very much, McCarthy. You can actually move backstage for me.
Mike, a moment. I'll begin with the thoughtfulness of the costume. Like, a lot of work went into getting this particular costume, and then the symbolization that you have behind you, the web of the spider. I think that very important. I also like the interaction that you had with your audience. It was very on point. And then making that very important speech on behalf of Anansi. I think that Anansi, like you said, has done a lot for us. Been around for a long time, but then it looks like it has a bad name. And so thank you for speaking for Anansi tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If you want to vote for McCarthy, it is okay. Sorry. If you want to vote for Anansi McCarthy, it is *800 *567 *9#. Why does he see they say Anansi pe lawyer? I'm a McCarthy better than no lawyer. And the most happy thing is that he's going to have a female lawyer because the future is female. Round of applause for her once again. We move on to the 9th person for the day. Contestant number 9, who is from number 9 and is actually a takrade number 9. *800 *567 *6#. Aseke is her community. Her designer is Relinda Creators. Location is Kojo Chrome. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the Aseke goddess Mawena.
Hello, lovely people of Ghana. Marina here again. This week, it's all about traditional beliefs. I just want you to sit in your various homes as I take you to the 90s. To keep Marina in the competition, simply dial *800 *567 *6 hash to all network. God bless you. I love you.
Culture and social standard has been positively influenced by myth, beliefs, and taboo. Me patre there, yan kusum amamre, and tam kese and enchetre, ye shadow, ye the dan oman, near the church oman. And penny fossen there, amamro he, yan tonchen, or yan no crowd trodo. Some taboos and myths, such as breathing with the left hand is an outright disrespect, because it is believed that same hand is used to clean waste. Anon dancing se erugwar na etunyuma ona bewu. Bina danso one couple sent in the day mama watareba abezizi dem abre. Eyi ena pi na okeka ho ena o maye daso ko se Ghana fo. Regardless how superstitious this myth may be, it has conveyed greatness in the culture of Ghanaians. I want to work out your there, erugwar na etunyum na ona bewu anka betua. Me patre there, amamre and amani wohoi, yan totonase. Me janum afarefo memo won kopo benada osan de se wokwa woni mamme wata woni nbedidi na enya patre de mepede enya mew na ede ma ho na edisiesie wo ye boa na de jojo ho me nanom so me se won de Yawada menko ahabem nyame fama oho ne fa jojo oho. This is how rich the culture of Ghanaians are. Let's appreciate it and keep the culture going. Superstitious beliefs has kept so many fears in us, and even though it engraved us as though we were slaves to them, it created unnecessary fear and panic in us. Make a BM there. Let's appreciate this culture to keep the enrichment of Ghana going on, and let's appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Let me go straight to Kafui. How did you see Mawina's performance?
Hello, Mawina. F1. Well, you look good, your costume is good for the presentation, but I feel if you were to put in some kind of performance, it could have communicated more with your audience, and that would draw their attention to you more. Listening to you, you were giving us information, educating us on what you wanted to present. But you see, it is going to be a combination of sightseeing and listening. When it happens like that, you draw the audience to yourself and they are able to listen to you.
Hello, can we just hear what the judges are saying?
So though it was educative enough, you're able to tell us a lot. We wish you could put a little creativity into it to make it more interesting. That will pull your audience to you more. Well done.
All right, thank you very much. If you want Mawena to be next Miss Western 2022, kindly vote for her. Her code is 6*800*567*6#. Thank you very much, Mawena. Moving on, let me take you straight to Biaho. All right. All right. Interesting. Okay, can I move on? Batu Makoda. Biahu City. Just relax for me. Okay, her code is 4. As you are making noise for her, kindly vote too. Because somebody is going home. As you're making noise for her, kindly vote. Let us, with a big round of applause, welcome Anita.
Honorable John Ajari, MC for Ahanta West. Honorable Emmanuel Okumi Ando, NDC parliamentary candidate. God bless you so much for the support so far. Ghana as a country has its own beliefs, classified in different ways. Be with me this Sunday as I showcase and educate you on these beliefs. And please don't forget to vote to the short code *800*567*4# to all network to keep me in the competition. Thank you.
I hope my introductory song and my outfit rings a bell in your head. So, guess what I'm coming to talk about? Yes, Auntie, your guess is as good as mine. Storytelling. Now, someone might ask what storytelling is. Stay glued to your seats, relax, and let's have some education. Storytelling is an interactive act of using words and actions to reveal stories and elements whilst encouraging the listener's imagination. A story has 5 basic elements, a component which is the characters. Now, talk of character. What popular character do you know as far as stories are concerned? Kwekwa Nancy, right? Yes, Kwekwa Nancy was the Ejako, Kojon Kansalawin, and too much, just to mention a few of our things. The other 4 elements are the setting, the plot, the conflict and resolution. All these settings keep the story running smoothly and allows the listeners to follow logically. Now, let's have a short exercise to see if our childhood was really fun. Injonjo balebedio. Injonjo balebedio. Posi one jeans yo. Posi one jeans yo. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. Aha. So you see, storytelling leaves unforgettable memories in our head. But if you are here and you have no idea of what we just did, I'm sorry to say that your childhood was a very boring one. I hear one HD TV arane anansesem na sawara se egwariwie nenya wo powder hwehwehwan bibo nenya wo kam de chichiri wo pom dem mama ya. Oh dear, you don't need Aristotle to tell you that you are ready for Ejanimo's beautiful Kwekwanansi stories. Children of the 90s can also recall the popular TV show By the Fireside, hosted by the screen goddess Madam Grace Omabo, popularly known as Mame Dokono. If wishes were horses, I would bring those moments back. Now, Mr. Sawara in him that wow for Nitibia. No, what there wasn't tentem. They may bet to mash. I should be Honorable Dr. Emmanuel Okumi and Donedanu. On Andrew Huntema. If it's not to Korimuna Ashe. In present days, parents have taken storytelling to put their children to bed, which is called the bedtime stories. Easy. Watchman was in friend is security. Be and saying the value is still the same. So dear parents, don't make your child's early life a boring one. Use stories to educate, entertain, and instill moral values in them. You know, come on, good evening, everyone. I go by the name Anita. Thank you.
And that was Anita sharing her bits. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. And then don't may all night, or may midnight so long into I would share. All right, let's move on to Mr. Jimmy and hear his word.
Okay, Anita, I think I want to thank you for giving me such a nostalgic feeling with the introduction. Yeah, that was so exciting. You actually took me back to my childhood, and thank you for that. And it's actually one of that thing you did, actually, the nostalgic feeling being able to instill is actually even an element in the storytelling, right? So just take notice of that. So always when you're telling a story, if you're able to pull that up, that's good. Then you get the audience attention. Now, what my concern here is that I feel you were in a hurry, you were running, okay, in your presentation, but it's okay, it's working, so just relax, especially because you picked storytelling. We don't rush storytelling. It doesn't mean you talk too much. Whatever it is, how small it is, just make sure you talk well for us to just run through you so that we don't lag behind. We have to go with you. You get it? So don't be in a haste. And however, that is not to say, what I'm coming to say, that's not to say that maybe what you did was not good. I loved it. I think you did justice to your delivery, your choices, everything it went. Now also next time, think of this. The way you came in, you had people dancing. We obviously were thinking of Mame Dokon by the fireside. What happens at Mame Dokon? They tell story. So yes, you're going to educate us on storytelling, but what if you're able to tell story in this your presentation? Then that one, it does magic. Do you get it? I hope you get it. So tell story, because after all, you set the place for story. So tell us the story, then you educate us also. But thank you very much. I enjoyed watching you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the 11th performer for the night. Star 800, star 567, star 5 hash. Ifeokuma has human resources and she is part. Perfect Fit Ghana is her designer, located at the Ifeokuma new site. Now with a nickname Tetelestai, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Sewa. Sewa.
Hello, Western Region. Hello, Ifeokuma. This week, I'm going to let you know more about traditional beliefs. Watch me live on 1HD television this coming Sunday, exactly 7 p.m. And don't forget to vote for me to the short code star 800 star 567 star 5 hash to all networks. Medamasi Bebre.
Hey, it's a dear child who say that me beg you while when I'm crying. Hey, it's about Fabian Cran. Me find me who say.
Baby, calm down, calm down. Mama, kwabo.
Oh, quiet.
Oh, manchao, marching.
Hey, Hejewa.
Eddie,
no sana metete wa.
Eddie, Mr. Miko Joa.
Oh, why? Joe. Now, when you say, what say your grown brands and I watch him now?
Ediana Brown with the Bibiana Brown, Cramba.
Hey, Joa,
I fall for you down flat, so
make Joa, what say your grown brands? Truth must be told. The world has changed. Yes, so. And can it my mono? Say a brand say be benya akukodro akọ opani bi fie say okọ sire ne baba awaria na che say saba no ya grow ne bra. The Akan woman represents the beauty, purity and dignity of the society, and for her transition into adulthood she must go through all the necessary traditional procedures. That is the puberty rite, Bragra as known. I remember my childhood days. Me kaija na ya grow me bra. Na wo hwe me ho kitty bi. Eni me sisi kitty bi. Na me dey koto. Na me dey sorry. Na me di shake me ho a. Hey, esewani. And this time me catch wrong. One will ask, how is Bragra actually performed? In the olden days, if a girl sees her first menstrual blood, that is when she is ready for the ceremony. And if she gets pregnant before the ceremony, she is supposed to perform a punishment called tribra. Back to the digress. Your parents will send you to the queen mother of the village to examine you. And when she is ready for the ceremony, they will send you to the riverside to wash off every evil spirit that will make you barren. When done, they will bring you back and sit you down 3 times on a stool. Nasa omujia, omo de etokoko, ababa wano, atuegu, sa umprensa. After that, they will put a boiled egg in your mouth. Asin, omo de kosia yanwa, ebe she wano, na wan mokomokono. Nasa ujia, they will put a boiled egg in your mouth. After when they are done, they will give the remaining eto to the kids in the village to fight over it and eat. It is to believe that the number of kids that will be able to eat the eto is actually the number of children you are going to give birth to in the nearby future. It is right after this that you are permitted to marry. This right instills chastity in the young girls, prevent teenage pregnancy, and help them maintain their virginity. So marriage.
Enti me wa ha na say enkochi ne bra.
Echiwa me tufu echi.
Oba se wa me kasa tie me. Enkochi ne bra nti enkocha ne su. We hu ni biom a. Ma se mo anu.
Ejewa me tufu echi o. Me tufu echi.
Ya she oba na ya se chinchinga de ngomi ja kwa na.
Tufu echi. Ene wa me tu kopo. In everything we do, there is surely a disadvantage. And with this specific taboo, if committed, both male and female offenders are sent out of the community, leaving the sight of the parents and loved ones. One will ask, what's the meaning of taboo? Taboo is a social or religious custom prohibiting or restricting a particular practice or forbidding a particular event, person, place, or thing.
Thank you very much. So come here. So come. Oh, another big round of applause for her. Atu Kwamina, let me come to you. How did you see her performance?
I was actually hoping you won't come to me. But it's all good. Sewa, I think you started well. Your daughter acted well. I liked her act. I think she was in full character. Kudos to her. But what happened? You forgot your lines because you were choking at a point. Yeah, I think that is the only downside to your performance. And then, the other part of the performance where the gentleman brought your daughter. My only difficulty is, this undertone, the messages we're trying to send, it is just, okay, maybe let me put it across. Maybe what you want to explain is that back in the day, this is what was done, that if girls get pregnant before, doing the puberty rite, this is what happens to them. But it doesn't also mean that today in our age, it is okay to banish somebody because they've gotten pregnant before their puberty rite. All right, so just that one underscored. But beyond that, I think you did okay. Well done.
Well done, coming from the judge. Jumek.
It's important that as you portray what he just talked about, the fact that the girl needs to be banished, then it is up to you, the presenter, to make sure that you don't leave here as that is the last thing we remember of this presentation, so that we know, okay, you find out the unique way that you can also present something to us, that probably this is also another way to deal with this. Yet it's not cool, but now this is how we need to approach it. Do you get it? And that's where, as an artist, because what you did is just like an artist, that's where you need to find always a very good way to still send your message. But it did well. So it's a sensitive thing, very sensitive thing. So just find out how you can also blend that. But it worked. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Give her a big round of applause. All right.
Yefi kumano na yebwera asankrigwa na asankrigwa ni designer ye Labis Fashion opposite the Boadum Basic School, star 800 star 567 star 19 hash. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the beautiful lady Phyllis. Phyllis.
Hello, lovely people. This is your girl Phyllis. This week is all about traditional belief. So watch me live on 1HD TV at exactly 7 o'clock p.m. Don't forget to vote for me to the short code star 800 star 567 star 19 hash. Thank you.
Enjoyed my beautiful traditional dance. Oh, if yes, then clap for me. Thank you so much. Tonight is all about traditional belief, and I'm going to talk to you about our superstition as people. Do you know that in my hometown at Sankegwa, if you defecate in the water bodies, you'll be killed by the gods of the land? Yes. In the olden days, there were people who lived by the river bank. They were used to defecating in a river called Kwama. So they felt ill and died. It is believed that it's the gods of the land that killed them. Yes. Now when him say, "Sawuba mi krom asankegwa." Now when ye nipa boninia, ube jane. Ani ube jane. The gods themselves would chase you out. In the olden days, the vigilantes of the land would investigate and know the bad people. And at night, they would paint themselves white and scary. They would monitor these bad people and catch them and beat them. So the bad people believed it was the gods and ran away. This became a superstitious belief that in a Sankegwa, someone sakra ube jane. When I was a kid, I loved snows and wanted to go for snow hunting. But hey,
I was told that dwarfs with feet pointing backwards will kidnap me if I go deep in the night. This got me scared and stopped me from going. Audience, all that I have said are few of our superstitious beliefs. They are the fear of the unknown. There are so many superstitious beliefs which could effect of superstitious belief which could be either negative or positive. In my first example, the fear that the gods would kill us when we defecate in the water bodies kept our water clean and safe for consumption. Modern science can testify that the people died out of cholera or typhoid. My second instance made the people of Asankagwa live an upright life, even though to me, the vigilantes took the laws in their own hands, and that was human rights infringement. I was very adventurous, but the fear that dwarfs will kidnap me paralyzed me and stopped me from going anytime I wanted to go. However, it prevented me from missing my way home and also prevented me from wild animals eating me. I do not condemn superstitious belief, but I suggest we strive to give better and scientific explanations to why we shouldn't be doing certain things rather than putting fear in us. Thank you all so much for listening to me.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Another big round of applause for my girl. Kafui, I can see you beaming with smiles. I'm sure she impressed you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm impressed. Phyllis, well done.
Thank you.
I think I like your costume. It goes with whatever you came here to present. You were able to walk us into understanding why the various examples you gave were superstition in your tradition. And then I think you were able to link it clearly to the implication, scientific implication of those superstitious beliefs, making it clear to us that superstition is not negative to you and to society. To me, that's very educative. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. If you want Phyllis to be next Miss Western 2022, kindly vote for her. Star 800, star 567, star 19#. Moving on, right from Asankagwa, let me take you to Second D. And her designer is Joanna Fashion. So with a big round of applause, let us welcome Sika from Second D.
Superstition, myth, and storytelling have been part of us since childhood. What great impact has it made upon your life? Watch me live this Sunday on 1HD TV as I tell you more about it. Don't forget to vote for Sika by dialing star 800 star 567 star 13#. Medasi.
Mampam sakwe, easy. Mampam sakwe, Echupi waswanta. Hey, mampam sakwe. You are curious about my outfit, right? This outfit is called Asafo, and it's proudly worn by Asafo. Asa means war, and Fo means group of people. Asafo are traditional soldiers who protect our communities and town, both physically and spiritually at war. There are 4 groups of Asafo, namely number 1, number 2, and number 3, number 4. Of course, I proudly represent number 4, called the Womri. Each Asafo has their unique color that represents them, and red is our color. Superstition has been part of us since childhood and has made both positive and negative impact upon our lives. Superstition is a practice or belief resulting from unknown false conception of causation
or fear of the unknown. And I'm here to tell you positive effects of superstition. 1, it helps us feel protected against negative outcomes. Least I forget, some of the superstitious beliefs are what say Yerugora on Saturday because Sayatoniuma and take a young mammy and a young papa bow. But the truth behind this is that it prevents us from swallowing or taking soapy water that can affect our health. Second superstition is that what's ordering you bra yankasa anayenye dede anya dama and someone food esunsun papa wabe brain insura abambo wobogwan. But the truth of it is that ordering you bra ibinu bebre ya bebre we jumom inti aba the men you bring na yada ya fa yan wa adwen ama ochina so ayetumi akọ ejuma na eye dede obesida na obukun when your peace of mind na wa adam. Some of the positive effects are it protects us from negative outcomes, such as we prevent ourselves from being afraid or frightened. Also, it gives meaning to natural luck and also puts us on the driving seat of our own destiny. Thirdly, superstitious beliefs put us away from ungodly attitude or ungodly acts like prostitution, adultery, and other things. Some of the negative effects of superstitions are it makes us frightened, and it affects us in what we want to do in our everyday life. Another effect of superstition is that it doesn't give us the courage or the wisdom to do or become what we want to do in life. Though it has negative aspects or though it has negative side of superstition, please, we can refine it, make it better so that it can help us build our society. Thank you.
And that was Sika with her word about superstition. If you want to vote for Sika, star 800, star 527, star 13 hash. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to Jimmy and hear his word.
Sika, I guess you couldn't wait to finish, huh? You want to run away from the stage. And it was obvious, which it shouldn't be. You see, no matter what, because you've taken a bold step to even be part of this in the first place. So no matter what, try and contain yourself. Being able to do that, if it's even for your own good, to master yourself the next time you find yourself on stage. Okay. I think let me just give an advice. Now, the advice here is that the advice here is that, you know, some of you, the contestants, you are good at using a script, a full written script, almost like dialogue to dialogue, and then deliver very well. It doesn't mean all of you should take up the same way. You, for example, I feel that in this regard, all you probably had to do was wherever you were doing your research from, or if it was someone, say for example it was a person, the person would just have to talk. So that what you'll be doing is just give bulletin. Because other than that, what is happening is that immediately you forget a word. You forget a word or a two, then you are stuck. But when it is something that when it's just a bulletin. Hello? A bulletin. Then if something fails, you're able to just and then still deliver. Please, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
But I really love your costume. Your choice of costume worked for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We move into the land of Takwa Railway Quarters. And who do I bring you? I bring to you star 800, star 567, star 18 hash. Hair designer for today is Lady Kate's Clothing. Ladies and gentlemen, she was most innovative last week. Any other thing for her would be dependent on her faith on stage. Who do I bring to you? I bring you the M of the business, Melda. A round of applause for her, please.
I remember the good old days when my grandmother used to tell me strange stories. Me kind of don't know you catch me there. Some regardless of what's on your ma. Menna, obo jam. How strange is this? I know you want to hear more. Therefore, tune into 1AGTV this Sunday as I educate you all about myth, superstition, storytelling, among others. Don't forget to vote a good cause. That is simply by voting Nelda to the short code *800*567*18# on all networks. Don't forget that I'm so grateful for how far you have brought me, and God bless you so much.
Banche, Banche was a wolfufu. Banche was a yagare. Bancha wamben, kokunte wamben. Ejumafo, washri azankasa. Enyuma yatui, me mame, ena me papa, ena wajedo. Me trade, nom yanjedo, o Sunday, yama WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, ena TikTok, ate hena abodo. Azi, onya hen krade. O Sunday, yenama mrena yenama nyena, yatu watching. Na imo, onya how, o Sunday, emi mamiesi, mo wahade. Mizero boko yenechi kakra, no ya kote, no ya kaka ya nansisem. Storytelling refers to the process whereby facts and narratives are used to communicate to an audience. Storytelling still exists these days. It has been turned into books and movies. Most of the stories in Ghana are owned by the most famous and the most popular character, which is Kweku and Nancy. Gone by the days where the elderly people sit with kids, look at each kid and establish a connection, and then say, Kodi Wanjin Zo, as they respond, what this year? Times like this, where moment no kid want to escape or skip because knowledge is being impacted into the younger generations by our elderly people. Knowledge are actually impacted into the younger generations by the elderly people. Into being more for the orbit them story time yo. And I must say, about the stories are quick or a very versatile. Much rather, over to my victim. Over to my alien and over to I a victim bill. Sometimes he's a protagonist, other times he's also an antagonist. Minim de, minya being by Yotnahe, Santonia, Incoba someday. Auntie, a Spider-Man they say, as Quaquan say. No, minya, make the massam nibium. Or Sunday. If not for branding and good marketing, we can all attest to the fact that Spider-Man is nowhere to a match of Kweku Nancy, the versatile man. Take a storytelling or training Yama Baby. If you read books like All Stories Belongs to Anansi, Anansi and the Turtle, Anansi and the Gum Statue, Anansi and the Wisdom Pot, or try and be there, Nyansa, or try and Croye. Or try na humbrase, or Sancha and Yasim, Abrabo, Numesiazi Bebre. A big applause to Madame Grace or Mabo, Metre, aka Mame Dokon, and Mr. Jimmy Anderson, who writes stories of all the legacies of the grandmothers and post on YouTube. Oh, yes, and our very own father, Mr. David Donto, who did everything possible. I mean, everything possible to transport the culture of Ghana. Agro! It's now, it's now also China. So also China and Paza. Only Zabana didn't see. And they are for our brofo, Abu Yensi Vido. They won't back a fante if I try him. Ewo, ever time there. Abi, what him for? Ever time there, Abi should say. Pragia men worry me what I call them or has it says here. Oh, one way. Diana was a young. Not be someone there. So
sanka Ghana fo ana abrofi one promote one storytelling na e kan yen ne wana de ye bako ne yakofa aba bisan them. I'm not saying storytelling has no demerits. We can talk about the fact that the cutting and the burning of trees is very harmful for humans and the environment at large. We can also talk about the fact that the late night sleeping isn't a good thing for us as humans to practice. But then, maybe before you have kakra, tutu na Ghana for. O Sunday, in Kayabotum, I add a little twist to it. Now you add the high-tech things, no, to modernize our mood of telling stories. Let me not stretch this into a long story by just making this that. I could say more, but for the sake of time, let me leave you with this. Black Panther, which is an African inspirational movie, watched by most Ghanaians and other countries, was able to make an amount of $1 billion and even more out of the movie Keko. Make sure that Ghana for get on cocoa and they export cocoa for 50 solid years in pa. Then Mr. K, you go to me. Everyone has zinti, and if I want to man bomizan, they ain't no money. There's an adage in Akan which says, Sediako Jahuma, Obu. Meaning, if a tree withstands a storm, it easily breaks. Therefore, let us all come together and revive our culture, particularly storytelling. In your order, everybody on storytelling, no? Just imagine if we are able to create animes out of Kwekwanansi stories. If you're able to create video games out of Kwekwanansi stories. And these stories, we being Ghanaians and the citizens of our country, we watch these movies and sell it to other countries also. Just imagine the numbers which will increase for us. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all promote the culture of Ghana, particularly storytelling. Thank you.
Amazing. Well, we come closer. Beautiful. Jubik, let me come straight to you.
I think, we are all wondering the kind of performance you're coming to put up with, knowing that you are coming to do storytelling. You came with such a costume, and yet there's a lantern. Like, the contrast was weird. And here you are. Okay, let me ask you, what was the purpose of the lantern?
Okay, so I was actually supposed to light it up, but an inconvenience happened, so I had to just bring it to showcase that during storytelling, we use a lantern, which is always lighted up.
Okay.
Thank you.
So then, I like the fact that, because it was difficult, one of you tried it and it didn't work, which is, you were not telling story, but you picked storytelling. And you did well by staying your lane. So it's like you are just the observer of what storytelling is or should be, and you were able to do your delivery through maximum research. I mean, I was surprised some of the things you said, and most of the things you said are something that if someone should give me a mic, I'll just blast it. I'm like, see, know this. I personally like the fact that you had to draw, and honestly, I think it's something that we should know. That what telenovela did you mention? This is something that I can confidently say. It's a no-no, because you can never see that anywhere on any foreign television station. Do you get it? Now, some other station in Kwampo, it's even a band. It's because now we absolutely have no control over our narrative. So for you to draw it, it's something that we can say. You can even mention name. Nobody can see you. It's legal. You get it? And for me, I think that's good. You made us understand what storytelling is supposed to be and the power of storytelling. Thank you very much.
Amazing. All right, so you want Melda to be next Miss Western 2022. Kindly vote for her. *800, *567, *18#. Thank you very much, my lady. Moving on from Takwa, let us come down to Shama Yabe. Do we have Shama Yabe people here? All right. Her code is *800 *567 *2#. And her designer is PY Fashion. With a big round of applause, let's welcome Priscilla.
Kozi Wanjinzo, Ojisie. This week is about folktales, myth, and stories. Watch me live on 1AG TV this Sunday as I bring you more about folktales and stories. Please, to keep me in the competition, vote Priscilla to the short code *800 *567 *2# to all networks. Thank you.
So, a benina bottle. Painful in a wobble baby day. Abrewa, oh, bufuma, no dash and a puma. No, yim day, a pumano, nano kita. Mananum, some may go guar. Where is the day? Now more about me did the day. I jungun kutono. Where to tabo one hour when you day. One another on Pefina Honka. Odrum Rai Bete and answer Sama. No guard, na Baba Channel. Nandan answer Sama Medibrowi. Yan some womb. And who so womb? Abba womb. Make sure there. A woko compa or boko. And one year that about lucky hair bound po. Intimate ananume 1 year dinner 1 team. Quasi one jinzo. I am wadum hina. Nana won't pay ni or seba. So ya marshal. Obia him that I was body new year. Wahabana se na mbwadum hinaya agende obia nchicha no honam nkaka na wonfan ya saade na abwado wase anu no honam sa nti anyaza obochicha no honam ni biaba adowa Mpenya na kasa ndefom adowa se oya adogo twa no honam adowa enu nuanu mo hona wa ta adwende obi antwa no honam kaka na wonfa ya sada awo se enka ye osanda honam sa jo na mbwadum ya sade na dakrubi na mbwadum na wokwa hayo na adowa ya na adwende we gore ewie ma no honam repenti oluko wi sade bi eja adowa oluko wi sade ya ni tren zam buan na sade ko butuwi Adowa. Jo. And you know what no? And I'm wondering now shas the worry be fear. No badu fear. And Adowa. Why and you bossa? And then you and maybe Sunday. Adowa. Never knows no your my when you bossa. Na Adowa say. Munyanum. Masra one. Maya bonaka say. On find sham. It's on any down home. Mwaka kasadi mawebu tu. Hey, Adowa. Na Adowa say. Morot so monyomukur. So ya wandawa. Won find chum. So ya wandawa. E just wa wonkum. Na Adowa shanu nyasi. Makakam boy hinasa de butu century. Soya wado. Epedete motiada. Motu mo odru century na jidama. Makakam boy hinasa de butu century. Makakam boy hinasa de butu century. Kombo wani sem siboyo peino. I bet you marry century. Makakam boy hinasa de butu century. Osiboy your penino. I bet you marry Makakam boy hinasa de butu century. A jad one sang na yodo. Agree adono na azerasa. Ntimi de besi heara. Adowa to nyu wie. Enna Ngwadum na won go hwan enyum no so ye hwan daw na mo oye adowo won ponyi de osebo eja sebo odado no bone de chen nanso adowa wan fa agenpa wan fa ntenu nnuanu mo ndindinti na ne timantin no de eja sebo odano bona chen.
Thank you very much. Applause for her, please.
Oye, Onyado, Oye. Adjun today. Man could say margin, Mon Former Munion, on ye. Man answer someone with 2 weeks, say, Ya Befimo, so when 2 cocoa, so ya the woe, so I owe the woe. Moto to share a Jamaic, Madame Wanase.
A round of applause for her. But I'm pocho muti muye muduli nti muntu monsia I am pocho. Anyway, woman yesanu monse man why are the papa? Why are they? For now, the other friend grandmother of there, I'll go back grandmother side there boy into mun competing. Yeah, our grandma Priscilla or say baby and I went grandma Yabio. Injo, Nana Yabio. Anyway, let's go to Ato and hear his word on this one.
Priscilla.
Sir?
Well done. I think that you play the character of the old lady very well. Mensima ekita wokuma walkins water share mensima ye wutinwi kopo na nanum no munsu no me check pa. Yeah, so I think that you play the character of the Ghanaian old lady like very well. And then the element of the storytelling that we've been talking about, I think for you chose a very smart way to tell us about it. By actually telling us the story. Your plot was on point, and in Yom Chrono, the melodies in the storytelling, I think I like that. And the dialogue that you used among the characters in your story. Except I wish that you had spoken some English, at least for the sake of Honor One Fanton, to have properly grasped what you were talking about. All right. In fact, I had a fear, but Miss Mana Ato Borokono, it was likely that time was going to be against you, and that was realized. But I like the fact that you also didn't rush it, but you should have found a nice balance between, a nice pace to ensure that you are not too fast, but are able to communicate your story before your time elapsed. But I think that you did very well. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll hear a word from Madame Kafui.
Hello, Priscilla.
Hello, Mom.
Just as he rightly said, I think you did well. Your costume was good. You were able to entertain us very well. And you brought in the audience by involving us. Even when you were singing, you led us to sing along. there are two sides to the coin. You're able to entertain us, and we wish you add more of education on storytelling, whereby you make us to know the implications, significance, and others. But to me, it's also okay.
All right, thank you very much, Makafui. Jumik also.
Remember that I realized just when Mike came in, that was what you were doing. And you don't have to necessarily wait till you're done with your story and then you bring that. You can do it in between, just like the very person we all look at when we talk about story, Mame Dokon. Those importance of that very message she's giving, she finds a very creative way to be bringing them in between, okay, so that you are giving, because know this, the actual purpose of storytelling is that message, is the importance, the significance, right? So if you chose to tell the story, it's not just entertainment. Entertainment actually came in later on. That is just a way to draw their attention. But the purpose of storytelling was not entertainment. Please, do you get it? All right, but thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And that was Grandma Yabio Nyo, Nana Yabio Ankasa Nalani. Omeye Monse man as she goes off stage in your that would be for the people of Yabio. Let's move straight to Takwa. And Takwa would be the last performer for the night. Takwa, I bring to you star 800, star 567, star 12#. Ladies and gentlemen, her designer as well as Spin Stitch, located at Bokro. With a round of applause, let's welcome the Takwa Queen in the person of Abigail. Woman Musema Abigail.
Hello, lovely people of Ghana. This is Abigail. This week, it's all about superstition, myth, and storytelling. Stay tuned to 180 TV. There's an every Sunday. And don't forget to dial Abigail to the short code star 800 star 567 star 12#. All network. Thank you. You don't want it.
From the dawning of time to the rising of the sun, great man was born to walk on the face of the earth. Many went through the shadows of secrecy. Others had their powers and strength not penned down. Others had their achievements also trumpeted down. The history of man. And one of these few lucky men of strength and extraordinary strength is the only giant, great warrior, and chief of Asebu and Memphis Kramankesi. Have you ever heard the legendary Asebu and Memphis? The giant who drank from large pans and accidentally swallowed his sister's child when tasting. What's that? This giant was possessed with spiritual powers and had unusual powers. And also his physical appearance was strange. His spiritual powers were believed to have come from his magical rod. And this magical rod is believed to be in existence, but its whereabouts is unknown. Asebu Amenfi had a sister called Amenfiwa. Amenfiwa was in charge in preparing his brother's food. Asebu Amenfi was believed to be a very good eater due to his size and stature. So, every time his sister, Amenfiwa, is always seen riding on his brother's shadows, feeding him with roasted corn, just as he always desired. Asebu Amenfi is believed that he didn't die. Guess what? he vanished into the thin air. Pa! And to date, when you go to Asebu and Menfi in the central region of Ghana, usually, whenever he's tired, there is a rock that he usually sits on it. Na so ko hosisi anuanom obehu se ne to ase ene ne nsem ene ne testicles are found on the rocks. As we speak right now, into pa kame ho na yenkɔ hɔ. These rocks serves as tourist attraction to all works of people from all different kinds of places who have heard of this great legend. Asebu Menfi fought to expand this. Asebu Menfi fought to expand currently the town known as Asebu Menfi chiefdom, and also his influences extended to Abakrampa, all in the central region of Ghana. Storytelling has come a long way, and today it teaches us moral lessons. Obi say no moral lesson no ebi need to say Asebu Menfi oba e beji dimpa eja dimpa ho esanso titi ukro pa inti no edimpa we nuanu me say den ehu hia chen den ampa. Good name is better than riches. Ebiamu so said any kesi etinti no wan fo ni kesi ensisi ni pa otena ase ebo Otinasi bo ni kro ho ban e sure say obi bia ebu ato ni yem intinde say de tututu ye amamre ho a anase yedwumedie ho a o se yehu say when you have power or when you have money, don't let the money influence you, but you have to use it to help other people. Again, it cannot say no. Impenufo bebre Asian mofra, your mukan say anansisem anansisem. Ampo anansisem de say the dear. Now so na ya no mwefi say, ye wa bakosem bi wo ho a edika. Now so no omo nkan. Bakobe bisa say, adentia. Every say, I say, abakosem bebre ye jeja tutu ho. But we have to go back and pick our history. We have to go back and take everything which is important to us. Into any radio, nyame boa next week. Me for obi biara na yakọ Asebu Menfi. Na say yakọ abeba no obi ade ni sabeto so na so do nsa tutu a unsa yem say enko so o. Be matintin gram etina ase. Na ni nsa yem edebo isu a echin say ye de oso no e de esi so. Amazing.
Oh, give her a big round of applause. Thank you very much. So let me go to you, Kafui.
Hello, Abigail.
Hello.
Well done.
Thank you.
I think you were able to educate us on the implications and significance of storytelling. You gave us instances, though we don't know much about that, whether it is true, we are yet to ask you. I think your costume is good too. You took a different way. You did not present a story, but you are able to tell us much about stories, and that is good too. I think it's okay. Only that it seems you were sort of, would I say, you forgot some parts of your lines. So for that not to happen sometimes, just as you were told, you could train yourself writing it up and then saying it more than writing down to read. Then you may not miss lines. And when you miss a line, you could easily replace a word and move on with the presentation so that it doesn't show clearly. I think apart from that, everything else was okay.
Thank you very much, Kafui. Let me come to you.
All right, so I think one thing that I saw in your presentation that I admire is the fact that probably this happened to be your one performance that you were able to, there's a way you were able to engage the audience as compared to the other performance that you've been doing. This is an improvement to that, and I think look whatever it did that worked for you in that regard, do that and improve on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. On that note, give her a big round of applause. Oh, a big round of applause to all the delegates backstage.
Everybody, any lemon basha ni barao. Mo fẹ́ ṣe kà fún mi. Mi ò lógún mo ní Kùránì. Mo lè ṣàdúrà mi, bí ṣe ṣàdúrà mi, alágbàdúrà mi. Àti lọ àti dé, ẹ̀yìn orí yọ ó ti dé. Ẹni bá lọ ló bá dé, ìgbà tí padà dé, ṣe lọ́dé mi ládé. Adé kó pẹ́ lórí, bí bàtà kó pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀. Fọ́wọ́n dá mi kan lẹ́sẹ̀, láàánú lè fi wá ìkan kan lẹ́sẹ̀.
God no go shame us.
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 God no go shame us. The blessing go loud, you go worry the neighbors.
You go worry the neighbors.
God no go shame us.
God no go shame us.
God no go shame us. God no go shame us. The blessing go loud, you go worry the neighbors.
They call you today. Jam rhythm. Rockstar. DJ Camila, drop the song, make we dance. Oh, DJ Camila, drop the song, make we dance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where the party there today? Hey mama, hey I ever say, shake your body, man, you come up. Cause hey mama, hey I ever say, so where the party there today? Hey mama, hey I ever say, shake your body, man, you come up. Hey mama, hey I ever say,
you mess up for no reason. Don't you know say this be our season?
Take a minute,
me di me near to sweet, yeah. Eradia chami bumwe, sami sufrewa, mami drete. Hey, mami drete, sami frewa, bro. Nyami frewa, bro. He said, wa maya wa. Said, wa maya wa. This year, we no come to play. Tinya me frewa, I swear. He said, wa maya wa.
Yo, I can't
Zinabu, 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 Zinabu,
popularly known as Accra. Stubborn. Wobble. Jomo, Jomo. Karius, Oroko. Yes. Bajo. Kanish Odoko, Accra, Kanish Odoko, Accra, Ima Wamubi, Accra, Ima Wamubi, Accra, Fuku Pashima, Accra, Fuku Pashima, Accra, Ibe Pashiwa, Accra, Ibe Pashiwa, Accra.
UHNation.net.
Stubborn Academy, 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 Stubborn Academy. How much be your salary? 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 Your girlfriend in my gallery, she in my gallery. Stubborn Academy, Stubborn Academy. Small nyash they shit, small nyash they shit. Big boys they play, big boys they play. We dey pop champagne, we dey pop champagne. Belle Rosé, left me make I do my thing, make I do my thing. You are not my mate, you are not my mate. MC are the craze, MC are the craze. I can't complain, I can't complain. Zatazin.
Why are you running? Business. Yes, business.
Get up money, yeah. Get up money, yeah. Get up money, get up money, get up money, yeah.
Should say make her wait. 1 hour she go want, 2 hours will be bad, 3 hours she go love. She dey play my violin. When I'm sardine, hey. We know they please nobody, we they please on ourselves. And I 1 minute West, yaba, Missy yaba, Missy yaba, Missy yaba, Missy yaba. Oh yeah. Not today.
Into when you could do a mobile McKay no my catch him saying you go the Ghana. A round of applause for yourself, please. Oh, what a night it has been. I hope you are actually intrigued with what you saw today, right? So when it's here, what you thank you. X1 Entertainment, this is what we want to see. For me, I think the most amazing part is that you see a lot of improvement and a lot of changes happening in a lot of these girls. But let me limit my word and get to hear the remarks from the judges. Let me start from the extreme right, which is with Ato. Ato, I want to actually ask you what has been so far what's your remarks so far from week 1 to 6?
All right, so like you rightly said, I think that this week that, like you rightly mentioned, this week has been a massive improvement of the previous weeks, which is very good. And so a big applause to the ladies for what they were able to do. And secondly, I like the fact that today we're able to stimulate this very important conversation about particularly storytelling. And like Jimmy said earlier, it is about time that as a people, we owned our own narrative and started telling our own stories our own way, rather than leave it in the hands of some foreigners who do not even know our story, talk of telling them. And then the other one about taboos, I feel that it is important that we emphasize that fear some years ago, in the 19th century, in the 20th century, may have achieved a certain purpose. Obviously, because during that period, many of our people were ignorant. They were not properly educated. But in this era where information abounds, I feel that as a people, it is important to find different ways to achieving the purposes that taboos and myths and those superstitions were achieving back in the day. So for instance, they tell you not to go into the river at certain point in time because we need to preserve the river. But today, if you tell the person that Okoma, Bosumi Bokuna, the person knows that Okoma Shelen. That is why people will carry excavators into rivers and dig, and they live on. So we should find innovative ways of still protecting the environment, being good people without necessarily putting fear in our people. I think that tonight has been excellent. And for the person who go home, I feel that it is not the end of the road for whoever. Wish all the very best.
And I'll hear the word of Jumik as well.
Yeah, I think he has said most of the things that I've wanted to say. I like the fact that now there's a vast improvement among the girls. One thing I like is the confidence. I see most of them improving, and to have seen some people also being able to engage the audience, that was good. Again, one thing that somehow keep repeating is how they, if they choose to script down their presentation, how they're able to present in a way that is believable. But it's always obvious to, it keeps repeating. Most of them, it keeps repeating. Every week we get to see that they are struggling remembering their presentation. Those who do not struggle will get to see that they are trying to recall it. Even though they are flowing, you can obviously see in their eyes that they are recalling, which then breaks the connection between them and us. And it wouldn't be good for the presentation. So I think that is one thing that is lacking, and it should be worked on very well on next week.
Madame Danku as well.
I must say this is my first time here, but I've been following the videos and watching whatever they present week by week. I really like the themes that are given to them to present. They don't only entertain us, but educate us, and it's really good. And you realize that most of the themes relate to situations in which we are. This particular theme is a very good one because it will go a long way to tell a lot about the African tradition. All these things they presented are going away gradually. But anyone who chance upon listening to these presentations will pick something great out of it. And just as Jimmy said, they are improving week by week. Because when I compare the first videos I watched to what I saw today, I think they are doing well. And this is an avenue. This is an avenue for young ladies to gain confidence and be able to speak out in society, that's to become vocal. So I think it's a good show. Thank you.
All right, big thank you to all our judges. Thank you very much. Let me quickly go to those who supported us. We have us at the Foundation, Falcon Studios, Rose's Touch, The Pencil Monster, Takrady Mall, Zack Lightning, Stylish Stefan, Sadaka Rentals, Modern Makeup, Asaz Drobe, Villa Spin Stitch, and Max Multimedia Institute.
Right, so at this point, we'll call all delegates on stage as they come. This is the point of faith. We'll call all of them on stage and we get to hear who goes and who stays. To my delegates, kindly move on stage for me.
Puff, puff, pass, my Mary Jane. I'm high on life. Wanna meditate, so allow me, make I enjoy life. Cause problem not the finish, oh, eh. Every day different wahala. Problem not the finish, oh, eh.
Ladies and gentlemen, today as a bearer of good news, I'll do the top 5, the star performer and the most conceptual art, and then today Shola will be the bearer of bad news, unfortunately. Ladies and gentlemen, she was off the best 5 list for last week, but she came back roaring. Who do we have? The Queen of Beer, Anita! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Of course. Also Okuta Bugatti by the Trotro Armor One Gab. And Sewa gave them a gab with their Trotro vibe. Ladies and gentlemen, Sewa in the top 5 list. A round of applause for her. Who walks again into top 5 after 2 weeks not being there? Ladies and gentlemen, I saw Kwesa man, Jesse. Afe baby, edukra me yamashime. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring the Anase concept, McCarthy. If we have, hey, hold on, no, hold on. I hope I've not made any mistake. Okay. Hello. Is Sewa there? Okay. Is Anita there? Is Jesse there? Is McCarthy there? McCarthy is there. McCarthy is M. She's M. Then let me bring you another M, Melda. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the star performer and then we have the most conceptual act. I'll call Atukwamena to come and help us with the presentation of that. As he walks to the podium, Madam Kafu, you also prepare for star performer presentation for us. Ladies and gentlemen, most conceptual act goes to McCarthy. Pizza World. Pizza World. With the box of pizza kindly. Thank you. Thank you. Anita, kindly step forward for me. Melda, kindly step forward for me. A round of applause for both of them, please. Now, star performer. Is it going to be Anita? Is it going to be Anita? Or Melda? Anita or Melda? Ladies and gentlemen, Takwa, our star performer, Melda. A round of applause. She goes on with a black. And that I go sell no so no bano washa white. My walk through the valley of the shadow of darkness and me with her. Now cause I foolish shamo I say musu ye uwa. No mama sami na shot to one shot. Siga somebody na shot to ayo. Sisa the woman no be a shoko. Big it fire every day can quench you. No much fancy no so. As I'm a meka and God do nyami benia. We change the level. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I've always been telling you that they can do their best, but you also have to do your best when it comes to voting. At this point, top 5, congratulations to you. Hello? 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 All right. So, Jesse, McCarthy, Sewa, Melda, Anita, kindly walk backstage. We'll see you next week. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, hello, Pearl, Anas, kindly walk backstage. You are qualified for next week. Shola, ebi adone die, minya mekasa.
Hello. I hate the position that Michael is putting me inside right now, because I always want to hear good news. I don't want to be the bearer of the bad news today. Michael, you know they are all my ladies. This one is difficult for me. I can do that.
Hey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Phyllis, kindly step forward for me. Sika, do same. Ekwa Yankee, kindly do same. Akosia, Priscilla, Laureen, please, let's meet next week. A round of applause for them, please. Cecilia, Aka 5. Menka say Aka last 5. Aka 5. Okay, they are more than. Okay, they are 6. Sorry. I am a fault. Ladies and gentlemen, obviously the battle is still the Lord's. If the battle is still the Lord's, then Hajia is for real. So Hajia, you are saved for next week. A round of applause for Hajia, please. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on quick as we can. Abigail Ekwa Yankee Sika. Sorry, not Sika. Phyllis, kindly walk backstage. You are saved next week. Ladies and gentlemen, what's the sound go for where you were then? Sound go for where then? So please, kindly permit me. But Akosia, move on stage for me. Sika, you are safe for next week. Akosia, kindly step backstage for me. Akosia, where are you? Kindly move backstage on stage for me. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, they all came. Akosia is actually having her dean of students also here with us. Who is going to go home is a challenge, Charlie, but one will have to go. I don't know, but the IT team, kindly help us with the video for the day.
It's X1 Entertainment.
It's Body Beats, the drum king.
Miss Western 2022, sponsored by
The Pencil Monster.
I will take bullet for you. Ladies and gentlemen, as sad as it comes, as sad as it comes, the entertainer, the comedian, the Aseke goddess Mawena would be saying goodbye to us for Miss Western 2022. A round of applause for Mawena. She's done her best. She came, she saw, and she conquered the Takradia Igbeni. But this will be the end of the road for her. Akosia, you are safe for next week. Thank you very much. At this point, I'll call Chief Judge Jumik, since he gave me the bad news, to come and present the citation to Mawena. Right. As he comes, I'm sure Madam Kafui will have a word for Mawena. Any words of encouragement and
Sound wa metano,
mama for a guy at the Minya Deni.
Hello, it's not.
Can we hear you, please?
Okay. Marina, good evening once again. You look so beautiful. I just want to encourage you that going home does not mean ending what you have started. Okay? You've journeyed through the weeks, and you yourself, you know the improvement, your improvement throughout the week up to this time. This is an avenue for you that you've gained confidence. I know you know there is great change in you as you are moving away. And you are not going to end it here, but you pursue your dreams. Okay, what you started is great. Continue to do it. You are not, so though you are going home, does not mean you are a loser here. You have rather gained a lot, and you are going back home with that. A lot of skills, a lot of development, a lot of changes that people will see in you. And that will encourage more people to enroll in this. The same way, you are also going there to develop yourself more. That's not the end. I believe so too. So go greatly. I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much. Like you said, this is not the end of the road for her, but I also want to share with you, to audience as well, if they come and they do their best, make sure you support with the votes. Everything in this particular place and this particular premises matters for the person to get up there. The performance, of course, is the main focus, but the other aspects can also draw you back, and that is actually the case study situation for Mawena in a way, a retrospect. But at this point, I'll leave it to Shola, and then she continues with how she always wants to grab good news.
Well, I feel a little sad though. Yeah, and the hug that Jimmy gave her, I don't know how to term it, because he
Adele, hello from the other
everything
side.
was in his hands. But all the same, of course, in every program, in every competition, there is definitely going to be one winner. Who knows? So if you want your favorite persons to stay in the competition, you still need to vote. That's what Michael said. Vote for your favorite contestant so that you will not feel sad sitting here. On that note, thank you very much, our judges. Jumik, God bless you so much for that bad news that you gave us today.
And to Madam Kafui, thank you very much for coming. You left your busy schedules and you still join us here. Ato Kwame na and I was a papa. Kwame na oye Juma Sunday. Wala sha baby ejina. Thank you very much to our lovely audience. We love you so much, and to everybody who actually loves me too.
Aja, I will take bullet for you, shatta. Many bubble don't even show what the man, Yami and Bamanka, Manamagata. Let's send a crown with chicha.